three most pressing issues we're facing right now is, I don't actually want to rank them because these are all symptoms of the deeper problem These are all symptoms. Magsasabi ako ng three issues. Basically, that's the STFAP, or the budget cut, or greater state subsidy of our education. That's number one. Number two, I can say that's the lack of sports complex of the UP Manila. Diba? Alam natin yung court zone shooting incident. Number three is the Manila Collegiate Student Fund increase proposal. Okay? But basically, these are all symptoms of the deeper problem of a lack of budget for our, we want to lobby for greater state subsidy. So, while we lobby for greater state subsidy, we have to have concrete actions in the interim. Therefore, number one, STFAP. STFAP, or when we fight for greater state subsidy, we are actually part of the Budget Watch Alliance, which tackles state subsidy in the Department of Budget Management. To add context to that, actually, when we're making a budget, the BOR proposes a budget to the Department of Budget Management, DBM, and then from there, i-approve to ng President Noynoy Aquino, and then it will go to the Senate, then will go to Congress, and then the final say is again on Pinoy, and then implementation. So sa Budget Watch Alliance, sa DBM stage pa lang, we're lobbying for greater state subsidy on that level. Because after nung level na yun, sa totoo lang, mahirap na mag-edit ng mga parts na yan. So that's the concrete action that we are doing right now. And on the interim, we are actually revising the STFAP. Nagkaroon tayo ng STFAP consultation on the revisions, and there are actually a lot of windows or opportunities to demand for greater state subsidy. An example of this is, instead of getting the fund from the from the revolving fund, ililipat na natin to sa general appropriations, which comes directly from the government. Now, getting the baseline data, if we have the data, we can lobby for greater state subsidy na manggagaling mismo from the government. Next is the lack of sports complex. So do you know that we actually have a budget already allotted for our sports complex, for the construction of our sports complex? If you go to the 8th floor, may miniature buildings doon. Actually, nandun na. That's a model of the sports complex. Hindi lang siya na-implement right now because of the election ban. However, we will still keep on lobbying for the implementation, we will keep on lobbying para ma-construct na to finally, because that was a plan since time immemorial. Sobrang tagal na. Diba? And ayaw natin, syempre, we want to protect the students of UP Manila. And it's really part of our holistic development as students that we have to have our own sports complex. Next is the Manila Collegiate Student Fund increase. We acknowledge that there is really a need for an increase in the budget for our Manila Collegiate. However, it must always undergo proper consultation together with the student councils and the university student council. Let's work as one in getting this baseline data. Okay? Because to give you more context, if you look at the breakdown of the Manila Collegiate Student Fund increase, there's actually honoraria. Kung talagang, if we want to serve the students genuinely, why do we have to pay? Why do we have to have salary? Diba? That's just one of the issues. And next, another thing that we can do, we have to exhaust all possible means to generate income. Bakit natin ipapatong to sa students' budget? It's the same as the tuition fee increase, the tuition fee increase which was implemented last 2007, diba? Dapat hindi pinapatong sa students yung burden, which should always exhaust all possible means. We don't even have the baseline data on how many students read the Manila Collegiate, or if it's better if we do it online, diba? So we want to help the Manila Collegiate get the baseline data, and we want to lobby to stop the implementation first, stop the referendum, or if you're gonna make a referendum, include the student councils. Okay, huwag nyo naman kami alienate, because this is again an issue of the students. Okay, we all want the same thing at the end of the day, and we want to help you. So we want to get baseline data, we want to get the proper consultation, but at the end of the day, lahat naman to, it roots from the lack of state subsidy, and we will keep on lobbying for that.
the three most pressing issues faced by the UP Manila student body is first, of course, the highest priority is the budget allocation. We recognize that the budget allocation, not only of the UP Manila, but consistent with the whole UP Manila system, is still insufficient. Now, we have been saying that the UP budget has increased for about 4 billion pesos, but still, we must recognize that the increase does not always translate to the sufficiency of this budget. So, for the UP system proposed an ideal budget of 18 billion, but we have already achieved 10 billion. So, it is necessary for us to have that budget because, as we all know, that budget is divided into different parts of the school, of the other campuses, as well as the PGH. And us, as the health sciences sector, should maintain the quality and excellence in the health service. Second, because of the lack of budget, we have compromised the quality of our facilities. In fact, not only the quality, but sometimes we have also resulted in the absence of these facilities. For example, absence of equipment, DPE gym, which compromise the security not only of the students but also of the faculty. So we have all heard of the court zone incident. Ayun. So this has resulted because even if UP Manila, yung unang university or unang campus dito sa UP system, still wala pa rin tayong maayos na gym. And naaapektuhan din, hindi lamang yung buong welfare ng students, yung holistic development. And last but not the least is when we say UP Manila, we are not only confined to the gates of Pedro Hill and Padre Faura. So when we say UP Manila, we are also referring to our fellow students, fellow scholars ng bayan in the School of Health Sciences, Palo, Balen, and Coronadal. For the information of our constituents, these schools, extension schools, have been experiencing lack of sufficient and adequate resources. Bali, ladderized course po kasi sila, nagsa-start sa midwifery hanggang mag-doctor. Pero these students have been complaining na nalilate po yung budget na binibigay sa kanila ng UP Manila, plus nalilate kulang po yung kanilang resources, yung mga books. So, yun po yung kailangan natin tugunan. So, how will you go about addressing those problems? So, first, we have already believed that and it has been proven that through our collective action, patuloy po natin napapagtagumpayan yung laban po sa budget cut. So, as early as before the hainan po ng budget, nakikipag-dialogue na po tayo sa Department of Budget Management. And in fact, for this year, the Department of Budget Management allowed us to an increase or assured an increase in 200 million pesos. And the next po, of course, lahat naman po ay nakaugat dun sa budget. So, the lack of facilities, we would organize students, tatanungin natin kung ano ba yung kulang sa kanila, and we would bridge the gap between the administration and the student body through consistent dialogues, through consistent check-ups kung ano na ba yung nangyari. So, us being students, we should be vigilant, we should be observant, and this implementation of these facilities and the construction of these services. Ayun. So, yun din po. So, dun sa SHS pala, syempre, kailangan natin magkaroon ng exchange of communities. Syempre, dapat alam muna natin kung ano yung kalagayan nila and magkaroon tayo ng integration kung ano ba yung nararanasan nila tapos yung nararanasan din natin mga taga-UP Manila. And from there, we can empower these SHS students and build a community na one UP Manila.
Okay. If I relate my platform, our platform, on a One Direction song, I'd say it's You Don't Know You're Beautiful by One Direction because you're insecure. Don't know what for. We don't know what for. Okay? Because alam natin magaling tayong mga UP Manila students. Why be insecure? So the USC will be the vehicle and you will set the direction. Diba? You're insecure, you don't know what for. But this is really, I can vouch for my whole slate. That we're here because of the genuine passion, because of the genuine advocacy for service. Because you light up our world like nobody else. The way that you flip your hair keeps us overwhelmed. So, yun. We want you, kasama ka sa USC. You light up our world because when we see you happy, we know that nagagawa namin yung mga gusto namin gawin.
Relate your platform or Jehovah to Beyonce, Lady Gaga, or One Direction. What makes you beautiful? Yun, kasi I believe na yung platform natin, not only my platform, but the ASAP-Katipunan's platform, will, of course, make UP Manila not only a beautiful campus, but also a better UP Manila.
Relate your platform or general plan of action to a Beyonce, Lady Gaga, or One Direction song. You have 20 seconds to think about it.
Wait.
Ano yung song na? One Direction. Baby, you light up